Hello, my name is Andrea V Rivas. I am a visual artist, and this is Una Plática.
Una Plática.
Una Plática.
Es Una Plática.
Say Plática.
Una Plática. Una Plática.
What or who inspired me to become an artist? So, I remember just being thrown back by some of the arts and crafts I did in elementary school, and it just sparked something in me. I remember specifically in elementary we had like an international fair kind of day, so we had different like arts and crafts going around. We had like different sections around the classroom, and this is from, South Asia, this is from Europe. And I remember specifically doing un ojo de Dios with yarn, and I remember that vividly. And I just wanted to continue doing stuff like that, doing art. So that's kind of what I think kind of started everything. So for my culture, I consider myself Hondureña Americana, Latina, and that's because both of my parents were born in Honduras, as well as my eldest sister. Me and the middle sister, we're first generation born here in the U.S. And even though culture has really been a struggle for me, especially when it comes to art, trying to showcase that, showcase my roots, and also showcase like that I'm American, but I never really felt American. But when people ask me about Honduras, I felt Hondureña, but I just felt like I was missing so much of my roots. And that's kind of what I am focusing on now in my artwork, is trying to bring back, those roots for me, trying to say, I am Hondureña Americana, I am enough to be Hondureña Americana. And that's just something I really want to highlight. For a superhero for me, I definitely see it more of someone that I want to honor, which would be my parents. For them, they are my superhero in a sense where they did so much for us. They sacrificed so much to, for us to have a better future. And I know I repeat this a lot, but it's just so much to take in, to drop everything in your entire life and just risk it, just so your family can be better off. I think that's so courageous and so brave, and that to me is being a superhero, to looking out for other people, to putting the safety and the welfare of someone else. So I definitely have a lot to show and to honor for my parents. Yes, I believe it's extremely important to have spaces like this, because even as a teen, for myself, having spaces like this, including Guadalupe Cultural Arts Center and San Antonio Cultural Arts and other nonprofit organizations here in town, it was a safe space for me. It was a place where I can go after, school, and if I didn't want to go home, even if I just wanted to kind of get away and feel safe and feel seen and feel wanted somewhere, these spaces really hold such importance for youth in general, but for everyone. It's a place to bring community together, to grow and to learn from each other. Even now, I'm learning from teens and from youth, and I'm also learning from elder people, and it's just such a beautiful thing to have like these safe spaces for everyone to come together, to tell stories, and to just keep growing together. My favorite program, I love when there's art exhibitions, especially the Women's History Month art exhibition that I was very honored to be a part of this year. And it's just beautiful to be able to showcase all these incredible women and women that, it is a very small community here in San Antonio, but some of the women, like I've never seen their artwork, and being able to hold that space and see their art and see where they're at in their life. It's really cool to see that. I also really love Dia de los Muertos. I think it's an incredible celebration to remind everyone about their loved ones, and what that really means is not just it's not just a holiday, it's not just a party, it's not just a place to, show specific kind of artwork, but it's just a day and moments to really just thank each other, thank your life, and thank your ancestors, and to honor the past loved ones. So. The impact that I want to make with my artwork for myself and for others is actually something that I've really worked on to try to get a message out there, but I really wanted to get a mission statement for my artwork, and I feel pretty good about it. My mission statement would be to create art that aids negative emotions towards a journey of hopefulness and healing. I don't really like saying it, but I feel like I did have a rough childhood, and I have been needing to heal from that trauma. And I mean, everyone goes through very traumatic events in their life, from youth to adulthood and beyond. And my art, I just want to showcase those emotions, that it's okay to have those emotions, it's okay to have those feelings, it's okay to feel down and hopeless, and the feeling of loneliness. And I kind of been wanting to highlight those emotions, but now it's changed to where I just not only want to highlight those, but I definitely want to highlight the fact that we can move past that. We can go on a journey of healing that trauma. And for my art, it took a really big turn visually as well, because now it's a lot more colorful and it's a lot more centered in my Honduran roots. And if you compare the two, before it was a lot darker, kind of sad, and now it's like it's okay, just mixing, the hopefulness of the future. I get my inspiration, very cliche, but from life experiences, from people that I see on a daily basis, from my own emotional experiences especially. I really do get inspiration from everyone, everything. When I walk my pup out, for the morning walk, when I see a certain flower, when I smell a certain scent, there's so much life and inspiration out there that I feel like we sometimes just need to stop and take a moment and see what life really has to offer, especially nature, being around that, just taking a moment to look up at the sky, to look at the ground, to, just take a moment for yourself as well. So I do find inspiration everywhere. And I always try to have more experiences and deeper connections with people, because that is also an inspiration for me. My favorite thing about San Antonio art, it's that it really feels like a family. Everyone seems to be connected. It's a very small town feeling here in San Antonio when it comes to the art community. You can just easily go to an art exhibit and see a friend that you haven't seen in a while. Go to, an open gallery event, or go to, a symphony or something, and you just run into someone that's in the art field with you. And it's easy to find mentorship here, I feel like, and a lot of people don't really know that, or they're afraid to reach out, but that's what I really like about the community here. It's that it is really easy to find help. You just need to kind of go out there and just, ask, basically. And I really love that a lot of the art here in San Antonio is also very centered with home. Everything seems a little nostalgic at times, and it's just a really uplifting feeling. I would say be strong. It's gonna be a hustle. It's gonna be difficult. You're gonna have moments where you ask yourself if it's worth it. What am I doing with my life? Is this good enough? You're gonna hear from other people, especially parents, that are gonna say, "What are you doing? Is this really what you want? This is your career. I don't know if you can build a career off that." But I would say if art is something that you're truly passionate about and that makes a big impact in you and your life, keep going. Just keep going, keep doing, and keep learning from everyone and everything. Go to the art talks, go to the networking events, take some classes if you can. You don't have to get a full degree, but just get some education under your belt, get a mentorship if you can. Try to find someone that you look up to in the art community, and just sometimes it's with the people that you know. So just be open to communicate with people that you didn't think you would have a connection with. So the first painting that I want to show you guys is one of my Little Guy series that I worked on after college. And it's a series of oil paintings that I did with these figures that I first created out of Sculpey clay. And then I kind of created a scene, like kind of a world around them. And then I photographed that, and then I painted that in oils. So this painting, it's very emotional. It's something that I was going through, something that I was feeling at the time. And it's kind of a moment of weakness, a moment of being okay, just feeling down, feeling, hopeless. But it's also a moment of feeling human, of being okay with your emotions. And I really wanted the type of lighting to kind of highlight the movement in the body, the movement of these emotions that this being is feeling. And I kind of wanted it to be a moment of clarity also, for this weakness that this being is feeling. So this painting is called Pesadilla. This is another of my oil paintings in the same series that I did. And with this one, like I mentioned, everything was built first by hand, and then I staged it, I photographed it, and then I painted it in oil paintings. And this one I wanted to highlight the nightmares that I was having while I was dreaming, but also the nightmare of reality, of everyday life, of everyday struggle that people go through. And these figures, I always have them faceless because I want the person, the viewer, to feel what they're feeling, to kind of connect with them in a way where, yeah, I've been there. Yes, I've felt that, and it's okay. Yes, I've been through that, and thank you for noticing that, and that's okay. So these figures are meant to highlight everyone's emotions at some point. And the way I have it painted was one of the figures is laying down on the bed, trying to sleep, and then we have a little diablito kind of standing over it, which could be, a demonic figure, which could be your struggles at work, which could be someone that's just tormenting you. It could be yourself watching over your own body and just having that struggle and that misconnection. And I just wanted the moment to kind of highlight that we're all going through this, but there could be a moment of you waking up and being rid of that figure, being rid of that discomfort. So this one is a watercolor painting I did. It's called Pescador con la Atarraya. And this is a moment of kind of nostalgic to me, and it's a little bittersweet. It's a moment of my father getting the atarraya and swinging it out to try to catch some fish. So in my childhood, we would go to the lakes a lot, and my father loved fishing. He still does. And but those moments in my childhood were really important because those moments gave me hope, even though I did have a rough childhood and I didn't have a great connection with my father. Seeing him do these like mundane things, seeing him in this different light, and just seeing like the action of him bringing up the taraya and catching these fish and having fun with it, and being in the moment with nature and seeing the water splash around. I just really wanted to highlight that. I guess it was just a moment of peace that we shared. And I remember, whenever that happens, like whenever he pulls the tarraya back, you see all these sparkles of water. So it was just a beautiful moment that I can remember from my childhood.